Hi, good day everyone, wherever you are watching this today, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are just joining us for the first time, this is a spiritual page. I will use this channel for spiritual lecture, guide, and tip, just like the one I'm about to show you right now. So, if you have not subscribed, I will advise that you subscribe so you will be part of our family, and so you can also learn, from the videos we've shared in the past, and then you can be able to practice some of them. Just as always, I bring you another great spiritual tip, and this is one of the most requested one. So, and this has to do with doing spiritual works and not getting results. So, I've seen several complaints in recent times. Many people were saying things are not working for them, no matter how many spiritual works they need to work. They have done many spiritual works, so at the end of the day, it's not working. Either they do it themselves, or maybe someone do it for them. You understand? So if you are in this kind of situation that things don't work out for you, no matter the spiritual work, no matter how good the spiritual work it is, no matter how good they claim the spiritual work it is, when you do it, you are not getting any result. So if you are in this situation, this is going to help you. All I need for you is to like this video, subscribe, and share with friends and family and people that may be experiencing this kind of challenges. So just like I was saying, if you are in the scenario that whenever you watch something like this, maybe it's on YouTube like this, you watch videos on online, you practice them, or they do it for you. So once your hand touches, it's going to spoil. So if you are having this problem, um, this is a solution for you. Actually, this video contains two parts, and this for the first part of this video I will use it for lectures. There are many reasons that can make spiritual stuff not to work for you, and I'm going to list them in the first segment of this video, and that is going to be some lectures. So just as you know, whenever I want to do video, I will do some lectures, some part for lectures and some part for the main solution, which is the spiritual work itself. So today we are going to do that exactly. I'm going to give you some lectures. I mean, some most of the things that can make spiritual stuff not to work for you. Although this kind of spiritual tip I want to share with you today are the thing our forefathers do whenever they notice that they do spiritual work and it's not working at all. They do spiritual stuff, it's not working. So this thing they help to boost a spiritual work. And in my language, we call this kind of spiritual work ajegun. It is called ajegun. And if that is translated and the word is decoded, it can mean that ajegun, something. Ogun means spiritual works, ogun means charms, it means voodoo. So ajegun makes a perfect, it makes a, like a booster. Ajegun makes that spiritual works perfectly. So ajegun in translation would mean every spiritual work booster. So this is what they do. But most of the time, you don't actually need this kind of spiritual work. That the problem is on yourself. That you are the one causing the reason why spiritual stuff are not working for you. You may be the reason, you may be the problem, and you may not know. And that's the reason I'm going to do both of these explanation in this video. Now, before we go to the main solution, which is what you can do if you notice that spiritual stuff are not working for you, let us firstly go into lectures. What are the things that can make spiritual works? What are the mistakes you can do that will make spiritual stuff not to be working for you? So the first one has to do with, you know anything copulation. I don't want to use the language, but that has to do with you know that has to do with promiscuity or some kind of things like that. If you are the kind that love doing too much, if you are the kind that love to do, so there's no way you will not be having problem in doing spiritual stuff. I'm not talking about uh, copulation is one way you can reproduce, but at the same time, it's one of the best way that can make things not to work out for you. Most especially if you are doing it around with different, if you are a man, you are doing it around with different women, and you also want spiritual things to be working for you. There's no way you will not be having some setback. So the spiritual work will be, no matter how powerful the thing is, it will be struggling to give you the result. So that's why you see most people, they will see result. The result will not be in the in the extent of what they were told. So if you are in that scenario that you love doing, like you love sleeping around with different men or women, this you should limit it if you want things to be working for you. So that thing, that copulation of a thing is one of the best way, is one of the things that can stop spiritual stuff from working for you. So that's the first one. The second one are the things we do, and there is also let me say subcategory of that first one, which is, you, even if you are not sleeping around with ev- every woman or every man, if you are the kind that love to put hand in woman's private part, I'm sorry to say this, if you are the kind that love to give your woman or your man that satisfaction, but if you are the kind that love to put your hand in woman's private part, most especially women outside, sorry to say this, you will really find it hard to get a success in anything spiritual. So I don't know. So if you are the kind that do that, you should, limit it. Like putting your hand in woman's private part will make everything you put your hand on spoil easily, most especially spiritual work. So, and that's why I say that one is subcategory to the first one. And the and if you are a woman too, or a man, sorry to say this one too, I know this is one of the things we do with people, in our generation, and this is one of the things we do, just to give man or woman satisfaction. But if you are a man and you are into spirituality, you are so really committed to your spiritual growth, you really need to stop all these things I'm mentioning. The second one under that category is putting your mouth in woman's or man's private part. If you are the kind that, if you're a man and you want to be taking spiritual stuff, you want to be getting results, and you love to put your mouth in woman's private part, that's going to be a big problem for you. And because no matter what you say, it's not going to work out easily. No matter what you pray regarding spirituality, you will really find it out. I'm telling you this honestly. So you must stay away from this kind of thing, putting your mouth in woman's private part, if you really want to be getting results from spiritual works you are doing. So, and women don't really have much problem regarding spiritual work, but spirituality in general requires being holy. So let's drop that part in terms of copulation between what happened between man and woman. Let's drop part. That's the part one of that. The first category of what can make spiritual stuff not to work for you. Then let's go to the second thing, and they are the kind of thing we consume. They are the things we do and we consume. And the first one is, if you are the I've said it in one of my video, eating okra. Okra, you see, most of the food we eat, most of them have their significant impact on our spiritual growth and welfare. So if you are the kind that love eating too much okra, you may be having problem with spiritual works. you know you may be having problem with spiritual works. So okra is the let me explain how okra can affect your spiritual growth. Okra is one of the food that if you eat, make you so exposed. And that's why you see many people complaining when they are planning for something good, or they are, before you use a spiritual work. Now let me give you an instance. You want to pray against your enemy. Now, then the enemies, had known your plan even before you pray. It will be easier to stop the prayer, or stop that thing from success. I don't know if you get that explanation. I mean, you are the kind that you were told that someone is against your progress, someone is working tirelessly against your progress or your success, and then you want to work against that person, but the person knows fault before you even do anything. And that is one of the things. So eating okra make you so exposed spiritually. Although it is one of your favorite food, there's a way to cook it to avoid being exposed spiritually. So if you can eat okra, but if it is too much, the extreme of it is the problem. Okay, so do it in medium. Everything should be in medium. So I will only give three reasons here. I've made several videos regarding this kind of lecture we are doing today. So, but because of this purpose, I'm still reminding us. So okra is there. It's one of the foods that you should be, very careful with if you want spiritual stuff to be working for you. And on to the last one, and this has to do with spiritual stuff itself, how you use this spiritual stuff. So if you are given a spiritual work, possibly you may not be told. No, not everyone will have time to give you explanation, most especially if it is something you watch online like this. And that's why most of the time when I make my video, some people will complain, oh, the video is longer. You see, spiritual works are not like cooking tips, they are not dancing tips, they are not all like your random videos. So if someone really want to give you a spiritual work, and the person doesn't want problem in your life, doesn't want problem for you, they will really give you details to that thing. So if truly the person has done it for him or herself, he should be able to tell you how and when it will work, and he should be able to tell you do and don'ts of that work. So that's why I always take my time to lecture you, to make you avoid mistake, because on your way for seeking success you may also meet problem. So that's why you need to, you are seeking solution, you want changes, but instead you are getting problem. So, and this can happen if you don't know what and what about spirituality. So to the third category has to do with the spiritual work itself, and this is very long. Has a very long explanation. I'm just going to short it. Some of things we do with the spiritual work, most especially soap. So if you are the kind that use soap, if you are the kind that you were given a spiritual soap, or you make it yourself, or you watch it online like this and do it, the thing you should avoid is that bathroom that you want to use the soap. Don't urinate in the same spot where you are going to bath it. I don't know if you get it. Although they are, we are in the modern era, there are different ways we build our bathroom and all of that. So if there is a segment you can go and urinate, don't urinate while bathing a spiritual soap. Don't urinate while on a soap you bath, or let's say you just finish bathing, then you go back to the same spot to urinate. It will spoil the work. Or even your wife, it is even most worse for women, or maybe you are a man that use soap and your wife just go there to go and urinate, the work will spoil. If you have never been told, I'm telling you right now, those are the things you can. The list is very long. I'm still going to make some lecture in the future. So because of the video time, let's just go to the solution. And if you are not doing all this kind of mistake, but the problem is you are not getting the result, these are the things that our forefathers do to stop the problem, and the solution is here. You see what I'm holding right here? Boom, is the solution you need. If you are not doing any mistake, and the spiritual work they do for you is complete and perfect. So, but instead of getting results, you are not getting results, and you are not doing any of those mistakes I mentioned earlier, although there are still some other lectures there, but you are not doing any of those basic mistakes I mentioned earlier, but things still don't work for you. You can try this. This is what we call spiritual work booster, and you are going to need a broom. So you are going to need a broom, the one I'm holding right here, something like this. So not the whole broom, but I'm just showing you one of the important ingredients for this work. So you are going to get a broom, the one that you've used, or maybe someone has used. You are not going to need a whole broom. You can get a broom from your neighbor. So you are going to, if you are a man, you are going to cut the hedge, 9 hedges. This is the hedge of the broom. This is the hedge of the broom. This is the bottom, right? This is the bottom. This is the bottom, and this is the hedge. So if you are a man now, you are going to cut out 9 edges. This is 1. So you will cut 9 out. If you are a woman, you will cut 7 out. Then leave the remaining broom. You can be using it again. Or if you don't have a broom, you can go and buy it. Then use it to sweep for some time. Then use it for this work. Now you are going to cut out the edges of the broom. After cutting it out, you are going to get 9 seeds of alligator pepper if you are a man. If you are a woman, you are going to get 7 seeds of alligator pepper. You put it with the edges of the broom you cut. So this is the edges of the broom. You put it on a grinding stone or something. Then you are going to find a miracle leaf, just a single leaf of miracle leaves. Fortunately, I couldn't get it when I'm making this video, although it's in my compound. But you are going to get just a single leaf. We all know miracle leaf. I've made several videos on it. So, and this is one of the another, this is another one, that miracle leaf. You are going to get it, just a single one like this, the mini one. So because if you get a bigger one, the content may be so much, so you get a little miracle leaf, and you will firstly grind the edges of the broom you cut with the 9 or 7 seed of alligator pepper. After grinding it into powder, you will then put your miracle leaf on it, grind it with it. Even if you get a dry or wet or fresh one, if you get the fresh miracle leaf you can use it, if you get the dry one, both of them will work. So you grind it with the thing. If it is the fresh miracle leaf, you know the thing will be so wet, you leave it under the fresh air, let it dry, or put it under the sun, let it dry, then grind it again into powder. The powder is what you need. The powder is your solution. One single content for a single person. Now, this is where we are going, this is how you are going to do it. You are going to find a razor blade like this. Then someone can help you do it. You will make you will make 3 marks here, 3 marks. So although you can make the marks around both of your hand, but if you are the kind that hate incision, that hate making incision, so you just put this razor blade and mark yourself just a little bit, not too much oh, don't hurt yourself oh. You just mark yourself a little bit, 3 marks here, 3 marks here, 3 marks on the right hand, 3 marks under, under here, 3 marks here, 3 marks here. Then you are going to rub the powder on the thing. You are going to rub the powder and leave it there, that's all. But you are not going to bath that particular time for like let's say 12 hours or 24 hours that you do the thing. So it's better to do it at night or early in the morning, so that maybe after bathing, so that you can shift your bathing to the next day or to the night. So if you do it early in the morning, then you may bath at night. So, and if you do it at night, you may bath in the morning. So, but you can give it a whole day. So that is, you rub it there and leave it there like that. You can, but a single thing, the one you do is only for you. If you want to do it for your children, your wife, or anyone, you have to prepare another one exactly the same way I said it. So and that is it. It is working. This thing I give you is one of the, spiritual works we do ourselves, and they are the necessary thing. If you are the kind that love to watch things online like this, practice some stuff, you need this kind of thing. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed, and remain blessed. I still remain your spiritualist, Ifajimi Fakayode. Next time I'm going to be sharing another one, a great one. Thank you for watching, and remain blessed.